Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Let's take a look at how we traded a couple channel breaks today. First one was right here in gold, and today was an extremely choppy day in the markets, and you can see all these dojis and wicks all over the place. And it was actually a tough day to trade today. Gold did actually have a reversal doji right here that triggered to the downside, but then it left this bottoming tail, and then we had another just kind of a indecision bar. And then we got this bar. This bar opened right here, actually pushed higher, pushed through the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA, couldn't stay above it, left the topping tail, and then just pushed all the way down. This was a very bearish bar. Ended up leaving the topping tail, and then the entire body of this bar was all selling, caused the 5 and the 13 to cross to the downside, and pushed right down here to our channel. Gold was in the chop today, and we drew our channel lines in. We had a channel line up here at the top, channel line down here at the bottom. And then gold pushed right down to the bottom of our channel. Unfortunately, no real setups. I mean, no 2-minute bear flags, 5-minute bear flags, or any kind of a Renko setup on this initial push down. But we did play the channel break. This bar right here actually broke underneath the channel. And I typically do not take initial breaks of the channel because this is also prime stop run territories. You know, these big institutions need to fill large orders, lots of liquidity sitting down here because all the breakout traders have their orders sitting here waiting for the breakout. And this is an area that they can often run the stops, take it back the other way. And they actually did push down here, triggered in the stops, and pulled it back some. And that's what I look for. I look for the break, and then I look for the pullback with some kind of a continuation setup. Now, on the 30-minute chart, I didn't trade. The setup wasn't really off this chart. You can see you did actually just pull back, did a last kiss off the 5 EMA, and then continued on lower, and then gold pushed down sharply after that. Got deep into significantly undervalued here, and then made a pretty sharp pullback. I mean, left this big bottoming tail right here. The next bar opened and continued to the downside. This opened at the top. The entire body of that bar was selling, set up a bear flag for another leg down. But the way I actually traded that was off the Unorenko chart. And you can see right in here. This was that initial bearish push down, and just again, just no setups and not a trend reversal breakout, no kind of a pullback, no wicks out of the cloud or off the movement. I mean, just no setups right here at all on the initial push down. But then it broke the channel and made the pullback, gave us our double wick off the 18. I didn't actually trade the initial one because I still wasn't sure if they were running stops or what they were doing. And it pushed down and then pushed all the way back up. But then when it left the double wick, I like double wicks because that means that the buyers, they lost the battle twice. Sellers sold both of these bars down and then took control of the market to the downside. So I was able to grab 20 ticks off of that, or $200 per contract. And then we made another pullback, got the Trender Pro 2.0 wick off the 18, and was able to get actually had a target down here at 17.99.20. That was my original target, and then we had another one at 96.60. I actually exited with 35 ticks on that particular move down. So still a little more, $500 per contract on this push down, and on a day when the markets were a mess, we were glad to get that. The other compression break we had was in the ES, or channel break, I'm sorry, was in the ES. And the same thing, we had our channel actually drawn in on here at the low of this bar, and then actually at the high of this bar right there. That was actually the high. And you could see the ES was inside that channel just for really going all the way back into the London session. We didn't have the channel drawn in at that time, but the price movement range was inside that channel going all the way back into London. And it stayed inside that channel the entire day, right up till the end of the day here. And you can see just another choppy mess. Wicks in every direction, dojis, I mean, just no direction of any kind here. You know, bullish bar up, bearish bar down, bullish bar up, bearish bar down. And then finally we got this strong bullish bar to the upside and actually caught a channel break right there. Finally broke out of the channel. Same thing though, always have to pay attention to run on stops. Broke the channel, had this pullback here, and then actually pushed higher. Ended up leaving a doji right here, and you can see we're actually in the extended session now, but selling back down into the channel. This bar open right here, and you can see we're pushing down. The whole body of this bar so far has been selling. So, but we're able to grab 2 targets off on the channel break right there. And the way we traded that, again, was off our Unirenko chart. And you can see we had our channel drawn in. Channel was drawn in right there. And we had a breakout of the channel right there. Right here we got the pullback, and we actually set up a 2-minute bull flag. That came off of our 2-minute chart right here. So we broke out of the channel, made the pullback, set up the 2-minute bull flag. That triggered to the upside, and we were able to grab 2 targets off on that, or another $200 per contract, which ends up being pretty good because, again, the ES was nothing but a choppy mess all day. So again, you know, days like this, when we're in a channel, always cautious of run-on stops. So I rarely will take a channel break. Now, if we're in tight compression, and we're in tight compression for a longer period of time, then I consider go ahead and taking the initial breakout. But normally if we're just in a channel and we break out of that channel, I wait for a pullback so that we can confirm a continuation, either looking for a wick off the 18 on the Unirenko chart or a 2-minute bull flag. And you can see right there we got 2-minute bull flag triggered to the upside, and was able to grab a couple targets off on that. So on a really choppy day, we were happy to get a few trades in.